I'm glad to be here again. And you may be saying, Esther, I don't understand bookkeeping, I don't understand accounting, and that's why I'm here. I want to leave a legacy behind me. I'm not saying I'm dying, it's just that sometimes we need to leave a legacy while we're still alive. And that is what God has been teaching me, is what knowledge I've gained, I must pass on to others. These will be free training material. There will be paid training material so that you can support me. And if you want to, please have a look at the bottom. If you go onto YouTube, you will see my information. Also on the video itself, I will put my telephone number. You can contact me. Any questions that you've got, we can work on it together. And I'll give you a rate according to whatever you want me to train you on. So my name is Esther Badenhorst, and I'd like to help you. So if you didn't see Module 1, please go to Module 1. I just want to get it out quickly. It's vitally important that you understand Module 1. So just go back onto the training section. It's Training with Esther. And if you're not sure, contact me on 082-9311-418. And if you're outside the country, it's +2782 9311-418. I'd love to help you if I can with whatever I've got, knowledge I've got. In Module 1, I taught you the ledger accounts, the debtors ledger, the creditors ledger, and then the bank. And I gave you a brief idea of what it is. Now, as promised, in Module 2, I'm going to take you to the debtors account. I'm going to train you on the debtors account. I'm not going into detail here, because if you don't know the foundation, if you don't know the principles, if you don't know how it functions, it's like climbing on a bicycle. You first have to learn which pedal to put which foot on, and then you're going to know how to pull the brakes and all the items that you need there. Which one is the front brake, which is the back brake. So it's the same as with accounting. If you don't understand how it works, how it functions, you can't go into depth in here and do the processing. A lot of you are just taking the bookkeeping system that you've got, the software that you've got, and you're just punching in and it's going and you don't know where it's going to. If you understand bookkeeping, if you understand accounting, you will understand where it's going to, so that when you have to get to read the trial balance, you understand where the errors are. If you get to read your actual general ledger account, you know where the problem is. I'd like to share my, I call them my talents with others. And I hope that you will do it as well. It's like paying forward, and there will be paying forward training material like this one, so that I can get you up and running, so that you can understand accounting. And then in due season you will help somebody else as well, I hope, because that's what it is. Don't always receive or take, but always give as well. Learn how to receive, but also learn how to give. Always looking at the bank. If you remember in Module 1, if you haven't watched, as I said, go watch it again. Remember, your bank sets the stage for the whole accounting process. If in your brain you can see the bank, you will know where the other leg goes, if you know the functions. Like, for example, you have a left brake and a right brake. Let's look at the debtors. We're going to look at the debtors ledger. And as I taught you, it always crosses over. So cross your legs for me. Don't laugh at me, it really works. I used that in high school, training the students, and that seemed to also help. You know, when we typed, I mentioned it in Module 1, when we typed, we always had the teacher say, put your feet flat on the ground, because then your brain focus and your left and your right hand can work. Now with accounting, you've got to cross your legs over, because there's always a crossing over. And you're going to see whatever happened in the debit side must go to the credit side. Aha! Now you're going to see how this all functions. Let's have a look. Debtors will always start with an invoice. It never ever starts with money that you receive in the bank. Never. But if you're not sure which side must the invoice go onto, think of what happened in your bank. Where did the money came in? The money came in on the debit side. You with me? So it was money that came into your bank. So let's do that now. So I received money. So that was a receipt that I received money from. And I received, let's say 5,000 Rand. And that was for what company would be your customer. Let's say Jill came in. Jill and Jack. Jack and Jill came in. Right away with accounting. Okay, so if you're not sure where the money goes to, which side it goes to, if you're not sure where the invoice starts, remember your debtors ledger and your creditors ledger. That's why I'm doing them separate so you can understand how they work. Is the reason why I'm showing you this, because a lot of people get confused. Because when you go to nominal accounts, it's so much easier. Just throw one on the debit side and one on the credit side. But here you have to balance, because it's something that your customer continuously buys from you. They don't just buy once off. Let's take a nominal account, and I will introduce you to the nominal account in Module 3 or Module 4. Debtors ledger means your Jack and Jill client came in, so let's put the name here. You have different kinds of clients. You have maybe one client, you maybe have 5 clients, maybe you have 200. So Jill and Jack. And each account in the debtors ledger will have a debit side and a credit side. It always works this way, no other way. Your bank is a debit on the left-hand side. Your debtors is a debit on the left-hand side. Your bank is a credit on the right-hand side. Always remember, your debit is your left-hand side and your credit is your right-hand side. It never changes. Okay? It just depends on which side you're going to throw it. So don't try and change these things, because it's not going to work. Because it's fixed. It's like a bicycle's got a chain on it. If you take the chain and you try and put it upside down, it's not going to work. So you can't make this debit side and the credit side change. It's always on the left-hand side as the debit side and always on the right-hand side as the credit side. Okay, now, we received 5,000 Rand from Jill and Jack, but you're not sure what was the full amount that they owed you. So you have to go to the separate accounts. So these are ledger accounts. That will also be a ledger account. But this, a debtor is somebody that buys an account. So I'm just going to put your account. They buy an account from you. For example, they came in and this is your set of books. I'm just working on your set of books for you. So this is your set of books. And in your set of books, somebody came in this morning, and maybe you're a tiling company, and Jill and Jack came in to see you, and they bought some tiles from you. You're a tiling or a manufacturing company, whatever you are. Let's just say you're a tiling company, and they bought tiles from you. They must have received an invoice. For example, when you go to Fushini's and Truworths, you also get an invoice because you buy an account from them, but they are not your customer. They are your creditor, your supplier, and I'll teach you that later. So Jill and Jack come in the front door, and they come in on the 21st of January 21. And what happens now? They buy on account from you, they make arrangements, they fill in a form, and they bought, say, for 10,000 Rand. It starts on the debit side with a debtor. If you're not sure, if you look at Module 2, I would have taught you how do you know which side it starts on. Debit for the debit side for a debtor. So your invoice always starts on the debit side. Now, good. Jack and Jill, they've paid 5,000 Rand, and they paid that on the 31st of the 1st, 21. At the end of the month, they settled their account. Did they pay it in full? Over here we can see they still owe us 10,000 Rand. So what happens is your legs must cross over. That's why I said cross your legs over. If you haven't got your legs crossed over, do that quickly for me. You've got a left leg and you've got a right leg, and they're crossing over always. There will not be one transaction. It always has two sides. You have a debit side and you have a credit side. Like you have a left brain and a right brain and a left hand and a right hand. You will always cross over. You with me? Good. Awesome. You will never ever receive a payment this side. Do you see what it's going to do? It can't cross over. There will be, I'll explain everything to you, but for now, we're just working on the invoices. We're not going to take refunds and stuff like that now. We're just going to work on the invoice. I don't want you to get confused. As I said, I'm not going into the whole debtors ledger. I'm not going into the whole bank ledger, your cash book. I'm not going into that at the moment. I'm just explaining to you for you to get the motion right. Because some of you at home and you're writing exams in matric and you've got no idea what you're doing. Maybe you're in grade 11, you're still struggling with accounting to understand it. Maybe you've just started in grade 7 or grade 8 and you've got no idea what's happening. Now I'm trying to let you see a picture of how it happens. So let's look at Jack, Jill and Jack. What happened? They bought an invoice on the 21st and they bought some towels from me. I'm just going to specify towels. And then they came on the end of the month and they paid 5,000. Did they pay their full amount? Let's have a look. So on the 31st, 01/21, what happened is that you received money from them. So it's a receipt payment. You received money from them and you received how much? 5,000 Rand. I nearly put 10,000, sorry. 5,000 Rand. Good. What happens now, because it is an account which always has a balance, that's why it's a ledger. A ledger always has a balance. Remember, your cash book is in your ledger. It has a balance brought forward. It goes into your balance sheet. And if you don't know what a balance sheet is, we will be speaking in module 3, module 4 on nominal accounts, and then I will explain a little bit of the difference between nominal accounts and balance sheet accounts. In your trial balance, you will see there's a big difference between the two. Good, let's see. So there's 10,000. So what happened is they paid 5,000. So what is left? We have 5,000. So if we have to say this is 10,000, I want to do it just the right way like you would do it in accounting, but you need to actually have that. The difference between those two. What is the difference? If you look here, there's 10,000. What is the difference between 10 and 5? It'll be balance. And the balance will be 5,000. What are we doing with that? We have to take it forward. Why do we have to take it forward? Is because now the new month starts. You with me? Do you understand what's happening here? The new month starts, and that month starts with the invoice amount. Do you see? This is not payment of cash. This just means that the difference between that one and that one was a 5,000. So if you look at the balance here, they still owe us 5,000 Rand. So that will be the new month, and they will maybe come and pay you money again on the 30th of, no, 28. I don't even know if 21 has got 28 days or 29 days, but let's go there. 28, Jack and Jill, they paid money in again. What did they pay? They decided they're going to pay the full amount because they don't want to pay interest. So what happens? The money goes there again, crosses over. Do you see the crossover? The crossover is from the debit to the credit. You see that? You have to understand this. Always crossing over. They didn't buy any more stuff. They had a balance of 5,000, so they want to settle that balance, so they paid money on the 28th of the 2nd, 21, and the receipt, the payment that they paid was 5,000 Rand. Now we close off at the end of the month. 5,000 Rand, 5,000 Rand, so they owe us 0. Do you see that? Because if we took the 5,000 here, and we took the 5,000 here, it will be balance brought forward 0. Do you understand what's happening? I hope so. If you have any questions on this, please in the comment section send me a note, or you can email me on Hope Training Hub, HUB. So it's Hope Training Hub @gmail.com, or +27829311418. I hope this has helped you. My name is Esther Badenhorst, and I stand for Hope South Africa. You can also go and look at my other videos where I don't just train on accounting. You can look on my YouTube. I've got under Hope, not Hope, under Esther Badenhorst, Hope South Africa. Enjoy whatever I impart into your life, and let me know how this has affected you. Let me know if you understand or you don't understand, and if there's anything that you want to know around about the debtors and the bank. And then also, if you've gone through Module 1, don't ask me questions if you haven't gone through Module 1. If you've gone through Module 1 and you don't understand something here, please ask me. And you can email me, like I said, you can email me on hopetraininghub@gmail.com. Love you guys. Enjoy your day. Please pass this on to somebody else, and then subscribe, please, on YouTube, and then ring the bell as well so you can always get notifications. And you're going to help me to go forward. So I would like to serve the community that needs to be helped, and I hope that you have got somebody else that you can help as well, because we need to pay it forward. We need to help somebody else. Serving others is what it's all about. And then if you need my services, you can also contact me, and we can sit down and speak about a quotation. Or if you want training, we can do it on Zoom or Skype. Or if there's any other platform that you want to use, we will discuss it on the phone call. Or you can WhatsApp me, or Telegram me, or Signal me, and ask for that information. If you want anything, go to YouTube on my channel, and you'll see all my information there. Have a great day till we meet again. Bye-bye. Blessings.